My name is Popenji, formerly Labala. We are here today at the ICD Road for the Race Wars 2.0. This is the second time we are having Race Wars, and for the first time we are having a drag race along ICD Road, or the first time we are having a drag race officially on a closed road in Nairobi. Now, today I was showcasing. I was here as a showcaser, and I've done the first drift showcase. We had the drag racing, which was three categories: the two-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or open class, and then the bikers. But the drift, we came in as a showcasing, or rather showcasers. It was not competitive because we are only two of us, so we decided to entice the fans. And I've done the drift. This is not my first time to do drift in the country. We've been doing it in so many events. And today I did with this. We call it the drift cut. It is an E30 that I chopped off and just to reduce the weight. Then I fabricated to my liking, which I think is very simple. I did this as the first drift car that I built at Boosted Auto Performance. And then after that, I built the other one, which is just behind this, that is the E30. I use this for training because I wanted something that is open and very easy to see. I consulted friends. Of course, Lou Jin is the one who trained me, or rather Jin Lu. People know him as Jin Lu. Jin Lu 57 on Instagram is the one who trained me how to drift. But I used this car as a learning tool because we wanted something that is very open. I didn't want any difficulties or rather blind sides. So I chopped it off very open so that I can see all the obstacles. Yes, I did, and I learned, and I think we're doing good. Drifting is not very familiar in Kenya. When you talk about drifting, not so many guys understand what drifting is. So first of all, before I say why drifting, I'll try to explain what drifting is. Drifting is losing vehicle's traction on purpose, then maintaining that loss of control. You lose the vehicle's momentum, or you lose the vehicle's traction, like you start going sideways, then you maintain that. You maintain it at an angle, a certain angle, without crashing. So you become in control of the motion that you lost. So that is purely drifting. Then when it comes to competition in drifting, there are so many things that people look at. People look at the angle, people look at the speed, people look at the style or the skill. But today we are just showcasing it was not competitive. Well, you said why drift? Because it is a new thing in the country, and we used to say these things on TV. People would say, those are camera tricks and all that. Then we later found out that actually it is a sport, and it is an FIA approved. And we decided, because it is under the umbrella of motorsports in the world, we decided, why can't we do this? People around us are doing, Tanzanians are doing it, people in Uganda, they are doing it. Then we decided we can also do it. It was until when Lou Jin came around in 2019. Then I think he brought about this hype and spirit of drifting. And we followed him. I was so close to Lou Jin from 2019 up to date. And I've been following him, and then he encouraged me to drift. And here I am. I learned from him, and we are doing it. So I think it is a sport that is rapidly growing in the country, because you'll realize in all the events that we go to, it could be a car showcasing, it could be a drag racing, it could be a circuit, but drift has to showcase at some point, somehow. So you'll understand, fans are appreciating all this, and Kenyans are people who love motorsports a lot. You can tell from the WRC, the way Kenyans turn out in massive numbers whenever there is a WRC. So it is a coincidence. Normally, we usually have back then, we used to have the Safari Rally in April during Easter, March, April during Easter. Then it changed, it came to June. Then recently, this year, they brought it back to, in March, or last year, they brought it in Easter, and that is March, April. So since WRC was around, we've been having so many motorsports events. We started with the WRC and so many others up to today. I think in April, today marks the climax of motorsport in the country. We've been having car shows, car competitions throughout March and April. So I would say the fact that Kenyans love motorsports a lot, from the way you can tell from WRC, we think even the drifting itself is going also to have an eye-catching effect to Kenyan people, and it's going to grow and become big. motorsport in the country has been growing from the time of underground racing up to the time now where we are having official events where the roads are closed officially. We have the licenses, we have the permits to be here. So you will say motorsports is really growing in the country, and we must have so many disciplines. We must have hill climb, we must have circuit, we must have drag race, we must have drift, like I've said. We also have rally. So I think motorsport in the country is growing, it's becoming big, and soon we are going to have all the disciplines that are under FIA. All the people out there who intend to join drifting or would want to maybe learn how to drift, they can always follow Crabman East Africa Drift School on Instagram. That is Crabman East Africa Drift School on Instagram. There is a school. There are plans to open it. The school is already there, but there are plans officially to have the syllabus, officially to have the fee and all that. All this is in line, and we are intending to open the school as soon as possible. And I would say we believe we're going to have so many guys who will register and train, because so far so many people have come there, but not as students. People have been invited and taught how to drift. We saw in the last drift championship. Then we'll have so many drivers. Right about now in Kenya, we're already having the East African Drift Championship, which is ongoing. We started it last year, and we already had the first, I would say, the first round of the Drift Championship happened last year. That is 2024. This year we're having it again, and we intend it is going to grow bigger beyond East Africa. You can also follow us, find us on Boosted Auto Performance 254 on Instagram, and you'll see all these things that we do in conjunction with Crabman, because we are one team, and we are trying to get as close as possible to the fans out there. And I would say in the near future, we intend to have even a drift in the city. A big drift in the city whereby we can have all the fans, because some guys usually complain, why are you always taking these things very far from us? So we want to have events closer to the people, whereby we can have so many drift events in the city. That is why we are collaborating with all the guys who are doing events. Anybody who is doing an event, we are always open to collaborate with them and work together, any kind of event in the country, be it within the city, outside the city. Soon we are also crossing the borders. We're going to Tanzania. I'm told there are so many events that are happening soon. So there are two events happening in Tanzania. We have one in May, we have one in June. So as drifters, we are also going to cross the borders and going to happen, to be in all of those events in Tanzania. One in May, one in June.